Hey, welcome to Tabletop Skirmish Games. I'm Lee, and in this video we'll be looking at another price increase from Games Workshop and seeing exactly what this means for the hobby. An article just went up on the Warhammer community site informing of another price increase. This certainly is never good news, and it's not even a small increase, it's quite a big one this time. So let's have a look at exactly what is going to be changing, what prices are going to go up. Now, there are some things that aren't going to be going up in price. Don't know how long that's for, though. I'm sure they are going to increase those as well at some point. But let's just focus on what we know for now and what they confirm in the article. It doesn't feel like all that long since we saw the last price increase. I'm sure it's around the same time last year. It may even have been from like April or May time when the prices went up. I'm pretty sure. But yeah, I'll have to check on that. But it does say in the article that the average change for plastic kits is going to be about 6%. That's quite high. That's a big change. The article uses the Battle Sisters squad as an example, just so you can see exactly what this 6% would mean. Now, that's going to be about £1.50. So it's going to take the Battle Sisters squad from £36 to £37.50. Okay, that might not seem quite so bad. That's not a huge increase. But when you consider how much they've snuck up since last time, these are around, what, £32.50? Or some went up just a little bit from 35 to 36. But to now go to 37.50, that's a considerable jump up. It does say that starter sets won't be going up, but I don't think that's what they class the combat patrols as. I don't think these are starter sets at all. So these are going to go up in price. Now, when you start applying 6% to products at £90 or over £100, then it's quite a considerable increase. So now we're going to see the combat patrols going from 90 to potentially 95. 6% of 90 is going to come out at £95.40, so perhaps they'll round down to 95. But these were 85, and that wasn't that long ago, so now that's like gone up quite a lot. I remember doing a similar video last year, and a lot of things were going up, and I was like kind of rationalising it and just comparing it to other increases, and things are going up, but I just feel this is starting to go really high now. This is beyond like keeping in line with other products. And once you start flirting with £100 for a combat patrol, which is something people might get to start with, you know, I think people are going to be really more choosy. And I'm seeing a lot in the comments now. People aren't going for all these quarterly releases. They're picking and choosing. It's really difficult if you're playing a couple of games. Like I'm finding myself, Kill Team and Warcry, I'm going for just one or the other. I'm not getting both, and I'm playing mostly Kill Team now. It's definitely going to have a big effect on these single character models as well. Here's Balakor, £90. Again, this would be £95.40. I don't think it's going to be long until we really get to that £100 mark. Perhaps another year and it's going to be up to 100. And then that's a barrier that I think might be too strong for some people. But now we're really going to be looking to our friendly local game stores and the online retailers, like the links I've got in my description down below, to get those 20% discounts. They're going to mean an awful lot now. Especially if you order box sets like Warcry Sundered Fate, for example. That is now £110 for these quarterlies, because this isn't a starter set, and this would be £116.50 potentially going forward. They might do it for, what, £115? They might even go up to £120 for these again. So while it came down a bit and they skimped on the terrain a little bit, they may actually now be putting the price up again. So very much like you see in chocolate bars, they keep getting smaller, but the price keeps going up. 110 I think is okay for Blood Hunt, and certainly for the Kill Team set. So once you start going 116 again, and are they going to put less terrain in next seasons? Is it going to keep shrinking? Because we have seen that if you look at my how to get started in Warcry and Kill Team videos, you can definitely see a massive change over just maybe 2-3 years to the sets from the first starter set for Warcry up until what they're releasing now. And then when you compare the prices and how much they've gone up in that short period of time, it's a huge difference. All these army sets are going to go up as well, so they're not starter sets again. They're going to be like going from £120 to £127, maybe even £130. So while we look at the Battle Sisters and it's only £1.50 increase, once you start going to the bigger boxes, and when you want to put an army together, those increments of 150 are certainly going to build up too. So yeah, this is going to be quite a big change now, I think. And if this seems to be a habit of doing this every year, I think it's going to be pretty off-putting for a lot of people. But it's not all bad news, because some things are staying the same. It's all pretty depressing, really. But yeah, got to look at the bright side, and I suppose there aren't going to be any changes to a few models. So we've seen that plastic miniatures, they're going to be going up in price. Also Forge World and Citadel resin miniatures, they're increasing, as are standard and artificial Citadel brushes and spray paints as well. But starter sets like these you can see here for Age of Sigmar, and others like the Kill Team starter set, for example, those prices are not going to change for now. Again, wait and see how long that's going to last, but at least those prices are staying. And of course, they have to get people into the hobby, and then once you're hooked, you're probably going to not know how much these have gone up, so you've got nothing to compare it to when you look at the other products, and you'd probably just happily go along buying them. But I think if you've been in the hobby a while and you've been buying them, you might feel a little bit seen off now. Another thing that's not going to change for now are the paint sets and paint pots. So you've got these like Necron Warrior paint sets here. These are often good value. You get some models, you get a good number of paints and a starter brush. Great way to get going with the basic colours you need. So that's good. Then there are the codexes. They're not going to go up either. So they're going to keep those prices the same. And it's not just codexes for Warhammer 40,000, it's also the battle tomes for Age of Sigmar, and it says rulebooks as well, so that should cover rulebooks across all the box games like Necromunda, Warcry and Kill Team. Also, the Citadel tools, they're not going to go up. Thank goodness, £30 for the superfine detail cutters. If that went above that price, that'd be crazy, to be fair. And then you've also got the synthetic STC brushes, they're not going to go up either. That means it's just the standard and Artificer Citadel brushes that will be increasing. There we go then, that's the 6% increase on average, and this is going to come into effect from the 6th of March. So if you were thinking of getting a set over the next few weeks, I would certainly get it in before that time, because it will go up. And if you're getting some of the bigger sets or the bigger models, you know, you're going to save yourself a fair bit of money if you do get it now. And I think that's a good idea. If you are planning ahead this year to what projects you want to start on, don't wait till it goes up, especially if you want to buy quite a few models. As always, I'm looking forward to hearing your thoughts and reading your comments about this. What do you think about the increase? Is it fair considering everything else is going up these days? Or do you think they're just going with the flow and doing it pretty much because they can? And, you know, how often are we going to see these increases of 5-6%? Is it going to be every year now? I kind of feel like it's going to be. But let me know what you think down below. And thank you so much for watching. Usually I'd say I hope you enjoyed the video. This isn't really a fun one, is it? But I think it's important, and it's a big news for the hobby, really, that we need to know about and share. So yeah, hope it was informative at least. And thanks again for watching. If you like the video but you don't like what they're doing, still hit the like button, because that helps me. Subscribe as well so I can keep doing these daily videos and you can keep seeing them. And I look forward to seeing you here next time on Tabletop Skirmish Games. A big thank you to my Patreon supporters for helping me with these videos and supporting the channel. Great to see lots of people coming over now and joining as we're pushing towards that 100 for some new perks and narrative battle reports. Can't wait to get to the 100 mark, and thanks so much for helping us get there.